But look, if you're having trouble starting a business, this is probably why. I can talk about something else if you guys want me to. Can you please enter in the Lambo? I'm not walking over there right now. If you don't believe it's real, if you think I put up a green screen back there, I mean, why would you be on the stream listening to a guy who you can't even trust enough to have his actual car behind him? And what does my car have to do with success or anything like that in the first place? It doesn't. It has nothing to do with being successful. So, look, if you're getting started, the main reason you're going to fail has really nothing to do with the tactics you're using. You could be doing consulting, Shopify, email marketing. It really doesn't matter. The reason why beginners fail is there's two reasons. So first off, it's complete lack of willpower. And so how many people here, give me an X in chat if you've thought about starting a business, but you don't feel confident that you get results. And you think it's for really smart people, and you think it's going to be really tough, and you don't think it's really going to happen for you, and you're just overall pretty damn doubtful about it, and you don't think you could pick up the skill set to go out there and make money. You think it's even might be like a scam or something like that. Okay, so here's the biggest fucking thing. What most beginners are when they start is they're not the person that's capable of getting results. So I want you to look at, I want you to imagine who you want to be 2 to 3 years from now. I want you to imagine like that big future successful person. How much money do you make? What house do you live in? All that shit. Okay, so map out that really successful person and then start thinking about the decisions that they make and how they behave. Okay, so does this person bet on themselves? Does this person have utter confidence in themselves? Is this person okay taking risk? Is this person okay failing a little bit? Is this person persistent whenever they lose? Is this person highly, highly, highly focused on educating themselves and relentless with their pursuit of what they're doing? And so really think about that future person, okay, and who they are. And if you think about that future person, you can even use me as an example. It's really fucking easy for me to make $300 a day. My business did $34,000 yesterday. And so it's not very much of a challenge for me to do it. But you got to look at decisions and how I behave as a person. It's very easy for me to make $100, $200 a day because I have all these character traits. Even if you destroyed all my businesses, I'd be back at $1,000 a day very quickly because I have the character traits outside the skills. Now, when a beginner starts off, here's what they think. They have very poor work habits. They have horrible work habits. They are not passionate about what they're doing. They actually don't like what they're doing at all. Building an online business isn't fun for them. When a beginner starts off, they don't bet on themselves. They do everything possible not to bet on themselves. They are not confident they will have success, and a lot of times they don't even believe in the business model they're promoting. Okay, so let me ask you this real quick. Who fucking here has ever succeeded when they don't enjoy what they're doing? They don't want to put in the work because they don't enjoy what they're doing? Who has here ever succeeded in something they didn't believe they get results in? Have you ever picked up a video game? You believed you could get results there. Have you ever started anything in your entire life where you weren't confident in yourself and you weren't willing to even bet on yourself? You wouldn't even bet $100 that you'd have success in it, and you didn't have fun doing it? When did you ever succeeded at anything when you weren't doing that? Nothing. In school, if you weren't into something, if you weren't happy, if you weren't getting satisfaction, you didn't do it. You didn't get fulfillment out of it, so you didn't fucking do it. And that's why beginners fail, because you're not going to develop any quality work habits. You're not going to develop any amount of focus if you don't like what you're doing, you're not confident in it, and you think the business model you're working in might be dead. Every single day when I wake up, like, I'm fucking pumped. I got up at 4 a.m. this morning. I've been going since then. I'm almost on a 12-hour day right now, and I finished up all my work on my checklist, so I figured I'd make this. But I'm fucking pumped to do all these things, all right? And I have complete faith in myself. I'll bet $1 million on myself every single day. And because of that, I also have complete faith in my business and my business model. HCOM is the best fucking e-commerce program ever made. Market Hero is the best tracking system ever made. I have complete faith in what I'm doing. And most importantly, I just love it. And it makes me happy. And so because of these things right here, it's really easy for me to make $100 to $500 a day and pull a 12-hour day without ever even leaving this garage. But if you don't have these things, you're not going to be successful anyways. That's why it's easy for me. It's not because I have some crazy skill set that you don't. Yeah, I have 10 years experience. But if you want to get to $100 a day, HCOM 3030 and Hero Tower are not included in the special today. You have to pay for those. HCOM is actually just increased the $3,000 price because the results are ridiculous. But this is the first reason why beginners fail. You need to get You need to find something, or you need to find a way to make it fun. You need to find a way to go out there, and that future self you are, a person who bets on themselves, a person who gets fulfillment out of their work, a person who has strong work habits, you have to become that person right now. If you try to approach your business with this shit, you're not going to win, because you're not going to have the willpower and focus to do it. So then once you do have this shit, what you need to realize is that most beginners, the reason they fail is not because of tactics. It's never because of tactics. You could literally go through like the first 2 weeks in HCOM and only pick up the beginner tactics in the course and become extremely successful just using those. And here's why beginners fail. And I can guarantee you, I could give you the HCOM course right now. I could give you any course I've ever made. I could sit down and talk to you for an entire day. You would still fail because of this. This is why people fail. And I've watched thousands of people, and I've worked with many, many multimillionaires. All the people I got started with right now are all multimillionaires. For example, Devin in HCOM, I knew him since he was 18. And now I think his business is worth like, I don't know, like multiple tens of millions. I'm not sure how much it is. Anyways, I've seen why people succeed and why people fail. And it's not because of tactics. It's not because they're doing anything like special tactics wise. The reason why people fail is this is how I work. All right. So if you have, let's say each of us has 3 hours. Okay. Each of us has 3 hours to work. My phone's not around me. I don't take my eyes off this computer, and I focus on one thing at a time. I also have extreme focus while I'm working on what I'm doing, and I know how to line up what I'm working on. See, what a beginner is going to do, the number one reason why they're going to fail is you're going to take a 3-hour work block. You usually have only about 3 hours to actually go and get anything done. A lot of you guys have jobs, a lot of you guys have school and shit like that. And in those 3 hours, you're going to check Instagram 5 times. In those 3 hours, you're going to check your Facebook feed. You're going to respond to 3 Facebook messages. You're going to check your phone. You're going to get up and go eat something. You're not going to streamline any of this. And so this 3 hours of work right here, every single time you switch tasks, your productivity falls by, let's say, 500%. You literally, your brain is functionally dumb if you're switching between things. If you're multitasking, if you're checking Instagram, if you're all over the place distraction-wise, your IQ is not usable. So much booch hair in here. Gross. Your IQ is literally not usable. You are significantly dumber when you are multitasking. And so when you're doing all this shit right here, and your brain is filled with a bunch of nonsense, and then you're also doubting yourself at the same time, you really only get about 30 minutes worth of work done in that 3 hours. When I do this 3 hours right here, I probably get about 8 hours worth of work done because my brain is super optimized. I know how to keep my brain in peak health so I can focus super hard and have creative thoughts, and I don't have any distractions the entire time. And so what happens is a beginner will just sit down. They have no plan for the day. They just sit down and start working on their Shopify or consulting business and then checking their Facebook and their phone every 15 minutes. And then they're like groggy and tired because their brain's all fucked up because they've been drinking. And they have massive brain fog because their gut's all fucked up and their diet's shit and their sleep habits are shit. And so in this 30 minutes right here, not only are you super distracted, but your body just isn't even capable. It's like you're trying to play in the NFL while being 200 pounds overweight. And so you combine all this shit together with a beginner, you combine the complete lack of belief, the lack of fulfillment and enjoyment. Like, you can still be super successful with a bad body and a bad mind and bad work habits if you love what you're doing. And you're like super pumped to do it. But if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you don't have good work habits, you don't have any confidence to bet in yourself. Like, how on earth are you going to do something where you don't have any confidence that you're actually going to succeed? And you don't even believe in your business model, and then you couple that with shit focus and a shit mind, there is no chance in hell you're going to be successful. I could come and build an email funnel for you. I could write a webinar for you. You wouldn't be able to go and do that. And so that's why you're failing at your business. You can do anything. You can do Shopify. If you're one of those people that's saying Shopify's dead, do fucking consulting. If you're saying consulting's dead, do email marketing. Do any of these ones. Those are the 3 I would do if I had to start over and you erased all my skill sets. You know? Because SEO is not really, I mean, I think you can still do SEO, but it's fucking hard. It's not like when I got started. So that's why you fail. That's why you fail.